Hi, everyone. I'm Mr. Sun, and today we're going to be visiting the bars of Fallout New Vegas. The verdict is in. People love Fallout New Vegas. Fallout fans can roll out of bed and immediately start listing their favorite missions, favorite characters, favorite factions from this highly acclaimed game. But you never hear people talking about their favorite bars. And that's what we're here to do today. Across the desert, you can find a variety of different watering holes that cater to different shades and styles of leisure and relaxation. So come with me as we ask and answer the burning question on everybody's mind. What are the best bars in Fallout New Vegas? All right, so Prospector Saloon. It's the first saloon that you encounter in the game, and I think it's just great. The signage, very fun, very inviting. You got the Christmas lights, very cute. Feels like, your friend's dorm room or something like that.
Hello. Whoa! It's good to see a friend. Don't
Classic Malcolm Holmes jump scare. We've seen it 1,000 times before.
Okay.
But there's a sensible and completely peaceful way to deal with this guy. Anyway, back to the Prospector Saloon. We got very fun signage. Kind of looks like an industrial space that was repurposed into a bar, like a place that sold like picks and pickaxes and shovels back in the Gold Rush days. Look at that neon sign. Very, very rare to see neon signs outside of the Las Vegas Strip. So I think that's going to give it some points for sure. So anyway, let's mosey on inside, see what we got going on in the indoors. Hey there, Easy Pete. And it's a dog friendly bar. Your mileage on that may vary. Some people find it unsanitary. I don't mind it. Look at that. A gun in a cup. I guess that's for security, right? That's hilarious. Keeping a gun in a cup. That'll stop them. Love that. I mean, hey, it's right there when you need it. You're not going to lose it. Gun in a cup. So yeah, we got plenty of glassware here ready to go. No sink behind the bar. That's a little concerning. I don't know like who or where you wash all of your glassware when you don't have a sink. That seems like an issue. All of the mirrors are broken. All of them. Why don't you just get rid of the mirrors? It seems like a safety hazard. I don't want to be drinking out of cups with around so much broken glass. The gentleman's room right here. And does not seem to be functional. Looks like it's sort of an ad hoc janitor's closet. There we got some Abraxo cleaner, a plunger, a broom. The broom just haphazardly thrown on the ground. I don't think they're sweeping up here a lot with the broom just kind of thrown into the corner there in between the two shelves. That doesn't seem like, an easy to access place if you're actually sweeping. So here's the bathroom. Completely functional. Got a sink and a toilet and another broken mirror. Again, another safety hazard. You don't want to bring children into this bar. There's way too much broken glass. They're going to hurt themselves. I don't think I've seen a kid in this town anyways, so. The pool table, jukebox combo, classic chill bar aesthetic here. Loving this. This is where I would hang out, in the Prospector Saloon. I like these tables that are just kind of randomly placed.
Howdy.
Not necessarily the formation, but just kind of I feel like no one's going to yell at me if I, move the table next to the pool table or something. Seems like a pretty chill atmosphere. Why is the dog sitting like that? Ma'am, your dog is sitting like a frog. I'm not a veterinarian, but you might want to get checked out why your dog is sitting like a frog. The windows, I feel like the windows, they could stand a little bit of a cleaning here.
Howdy.
I feel like the color of the room is tinted from the dirtiness of the windows here. Far be it from me to, judge how people, maintain their living spaces in the wasteland. I don't know if I'd be able to do it. I just feel like if you clean the windows a little bit, you would get a lot more natural light. It would completely change the vibe of this bar. Then again, maybe it's intended. All right, so this is the back office. Back office, it seems a little messy, but I don't even think I'm supposed to be back here, so I'm not really going to hold it against them. Floor safe, that's none of my business. I will not be taking anything that does not belong to me. I guess we'll take a seat here and maybe have a drink. Just take in the vibe a little bit. Actually, look at the texture of the ceiling tiles there. That is very unique. I actually like that a lot. So yeah, this is a vibe. I don't mind it. I feel very. I could kick back a few in a spot like this. It seems like it would be a cool spot if there were like some people to interact with. Maybe play a game of pool with. Do a shot. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Prospector Saloon. What you see is what you get. I like this bar. I think it's nice. The no sink is bothering me. Not having a sink behind the bar, I would prefer. I guess what they do is they take the glasses into the bathroom if they do clean them at all. I mean, I guess like they could just be like, alcohol is a disinfectant. Who gives a dang about germs or whatever? And that's not what I would want to have as a regular at the bar that I frequent. So, but anyway, it's a quiet, cozy local bar, plenty of space, ample selection of liquor. Cleanliness seems to be an issue. A lot of broken glass, lack of sink behind the bar. But I think the positives outweigh the negatives. Seems like a nice place to be to kick back a few, and I would avoid the glass if you can. Use the bathroom before if you really need to go. And in terms of scoring, I'm going to give it an 8.3 out of 10. It's a B-. So back at the saloon, I asked Sunny Smiles where the next nearest town is to find another bar, and she pointed me south to the direction of Prim. And so next, we'll be heading to Prim and checking out the Vikki Vance Hotel, right across from the Bison Steve. I believe the Bison Steve has been decommissioned, and we will not be visiting that place. But yeah, Vikki Vance Casino. Let's go there now. Wow, we're finally here. The Vikki Vance Casino. Lots of flashing lights. I like that. It looks like the refuse is being kept to a minimum. Got 2 garbage cans outside. I'm sure that's helping with that. I like the intricate molding. It's a very majestic architecture. It looks like a lot of fun from the outside. I gotta say, there's no mention of a bar or a casino. If I didn't know where I was going, I would assume that I'm just that I'm going to roll up into a variety show, or even just Vikki Vance's house, as far as I can tell. But let's check out what's going on inside. Now, right off the bat, I'm noticing a lot of people with their weapons drawn, which is not really the vibe you want for a bar. I feel like there's just going to be a shootout at any moment. But yeah, I guess the first thing I'm noticing is that there's no bartender at all. And all of the bottles are just kind of strewn about like there was like as if there were a fight here recently, and maybe people were throwing empty bottles at each other, and these were the ones that weren't, it's just immediately snatched off the shelf. So not loving that. I mean, I guess you could say there's plenty of seating. If you really need a place to sit down, then this is going to be a okay stop for you. I mean, I like the shape of the bar. I think the kind of stuffed away in the corner. It's not the worst not the worst location for a bar. I like the concept. There's a concept of a bar here. And perhaps if they followed through with some of the other essentials, you would be having a better time. You'd have actual patrons here willing to give you their hard-earned caps that they got toiling away in the wasteland or what have you. Let's look at the rest of the place here. Okay, there's nobody running the tables either. So at this point, there's no bar. There's no casino. Not a lot going on here. You would think that they for a casino / bar, you would have at least one of them working, so that you could get people, to throw you a little scrap, throw you a little cheese for a bit of a pastime. Perhaps that's why everybody has their weapons drawn. I would imagine that has something to do with it. I mean, if I had to look for a positive, I would say the museum aspect is kind of cool. It's actually a bar / casino / museum, and the museum is functional. They have exhibits, and you can look at them. So, you could check that box off. So here we got the museum exhibit. That's pretty cool. The gun in the museum seems to be missing. Maybe somebody took it and had an actual practical use for it. Since, in the wasteland, I don't think there's a whole lot of utility in having a submachine gun behind a plate of glass. And quite frankly, the museum exhibit sounds a little fake. I mean, it says the gun was never fired. So I don't really know what the sensational part of this museum is. But, to be honest, this is the only thing that's, saving this establishment from a complete failing grade. Nothing else going on here. I mean, literally. The things that they are supposed to be providing are not being provided. And in lieu of that, I'm going to spend my time looking at an old car with a story behind it, which may or may not be true. But I mean, it's better than nothing. Yeah, see, there's no sink back here either, and quite frankly, I'm a bit disturbed. Where are you? Is everybody just drinking out of dirty glasses? Do you just spit shine them? That seems insane to me. I mean, I just made that up in my head, but I feel like we're not that far off. We would very likely be in a world where everyone is just spit shining their own glasses. In that case, I'm going to bring my own because, quite frankly, that sounds disgusting. And I guess I gotta say it's a little too dark for my taste. Prospector Saloon had the dirty windows. This one has no windows. I mean, I guess it's more like a casino in that respect. But you would expect, in lieu of the windows, you would have lighting that would not make you want to fall asleep. So, right, yeah, that's That's the Vikki Vance Casino, folks. I mean, what can I say? The bar is closed. The casino is closed. I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to do here. I like the design. I like the idea. But it's filthy. There's nothing to do. They only serve whiskey. What if I want a shot of rum? You know, that's not helping me out here. It's a very disappointing experience. I'll give it a point for the museum exhibit, as it's the only thing saving it from being a complete waste of my time. So, giving it a grade, it's going to get a 6.1 for me. That's a D minus. Not a failing grade, but it's about as close as you can get. Might want to get something else going on there. Maybe someone to run the blackjack table or the roulette, or even one working slot machine would be an improvement. So I don't know, something for you guys, for Vikki and Vance to think about. So that was the Vikki and Vance Casino. Not great, not my favorite. I think we can only go up from here. So we're going to continue going south, and we're going to walk towards these this big statue that they got looming in the distance. Got a tip. Someone gave me a tip. They told me that there's a bar way up at the top of that hill, and we're going to walk over there. So let's go there now. Hoo-wee, I'm bushed. What a hike that was, right, gang? But we're finally here, and lucky for us, there's a bar right around the corner over here. So let's before we wet our whistle, let's take a look at the outside. So here we are outside of the Mojave Outpost Barracks, and I gotta say, it looks like a DMV. Kind of boring, not very inviting. And, not too impressed so far. This picnic area is very messy. There's kind of glasses scattered all over the place. You'd think with all the people here, you'd have more people available to pick stuff up. But apparently not. Wouldn't really want to drink out here. What am I supposed to bust my own tables? Come on, forget about it. Kind of looks like a repurposed government building. But, let's check it out. Let's go inside. The inside, not as bad as the outside. The outside was very cluttered, very messy. You had glasses scattered all over the place. And, this isn't the most, well-kept area in the wasteland by any means, but it's not a complete dump like the Vikki and Vance Casino. I like this little bench area. You could, if you got a friend who isn't drinking, they could just hang out and read a book or something. Like a little waiting room for your teetotaling friends. I'm not a big fan of this NCR agitprop. I'm not a Legion stan or anything. I just don't want agitprop around in the place where I'm kicking back and drinking a few beers. It's not the kind of atmosphere I'd like to facilitate while I'm trying to relax. Hey. But the inside, it's pretty clean. Definitely plenty of seating. There's I like the U shape the bar has. You could just saddle up, kick back, throw a few beers down the gullet. Still no sink behind the bar, and I gotta be honest, I'm a little surprised with this one, just with the amount of the volume of people coming in and out of this place. The last two bars, I feel like they were pretty deserted, all things considered. But this one has a considerable amount of traffic, just in general around. And, I would have expected that there would be a sink to wash the stuff that everybody's inevitably going to be using. You can't tell me that nobody's drinking from cups in this barracks. It's a barracks. It's a living space. You know, you gotta have a spot to wash your glasses. You know, this is just getting ridiculous. Oh, double up, soldier. Stan Batiste. I ain't got no candy for you over there. Just kidding. I have no idea what that means. Now, we got a lot of a large variety of different drinks, food and drinks to choose from here. I am impressed by that. We got plenty of beer. We just have like loose produce sitting on the shelf here. I don't think that shelf's stable. And the Nuka-Cola is ice cold. I don't know if that is a different variant, like Crystal Pepsi or something like that. But, you know, nice to see an ice cold Nuka-Cola. I mean, it can't be that it is actually ice cold because there's no ice in here to be seen. So, you know, no refrigeration. It can't be that. But it's nice to see the variety. Let's take a look at the back of house real quick. Just see what they got going on back here. Oh, look, the cooking area. And refrigerators. So I guess they could be ice cold Nuka-Colas just straight out of the refrigerator.
Hey.
I stand corrected. See, we got plenty of cartons of cigarettes. Got lots of flour, lots of yeast. So they could feasibly be making bread. I don't think I've ever seen bread in the wasteland, though, oddly enough. I've never seen like a loaf of bread. Which is funny because I don't know. It's just like kind of a staple food. You got flour, you got yeast sitting around, but you don't have any bread. You got milk, you got sugar. You live in Alaska, but you don't have any ice cream. It's like, come on, you guys are missing out on something really, really special here. But this is the barracks part. I was in the bar part, but now this is the barracks where, you know, people sleep and stuff. Not too relevant to what I'm actually reviewing here. This is a bar review, not a barracks review. So, the Mojave Outpost Barracks. It's a very boring, cluttered, heavily guarded perimeter, which subverts your expectations for the actually quite clean and pleasant atmosphere on the inside. Got a nice selection of food, drinks, plenty of seats, and activities for people who just want to hang out. However, the agitprop and the clientele kind of make it feel like a VFW, and it's not really the kind of place I want to kick back and relax. It's hard to let loose when it feels like someone is going to kick in the doors and conscript me for the NCR. So that's my major critique there. If got to give it a grade, I'm going to give it a 7.7. That's a C+. It's not bad. I mean, you're doing better than the Vikki Vance Casino. I feel like that's all you can hope for. I'd like to thank you guys for your hospitality. It's been a very nice experience. And if you don't mind, I'm going to take a couple drinks for the road. So, yoink. All right, see you later. So we're going to have to cheese it out of here real quick. Hopefully we don't get shot too bad. We're going to have to patch up our wounds on the road here. But I think for the most part, we had to take care of ourselves in that circumstance. It's not a family-owned mom and pop business or anything. I don't think they're really going to be hurting. And on account of the 6 or 7, 8 bottles of booze that I stole. Get the quartermaster to take care of it. I'm sure it'll be fine. Now, the last stop on our journey for today is going to be the Big Horn Saloon. We're going to have to loop around, we're going to run through Nipton and hook around and go straight up north until we hit a town called Boulder City. Ooh, Boulder City. That's just a city that sounds nice, doesn't it? So we're going to be going to Boulder City, checking out the big Horn Saloon, and hopefully we'll enjoy it. So you guys kick back, and I'm going to walk on down to Boulder City. Let's go there now. Wow, that was a heck of a walk, gang. You probably didn't see it, but I definitely ran into a bunch of ghouls and marauders and goblins and what have you. But it's all over now, and we're finally here at the Big Horn Saloon. Wow, that's a cool sign. It's giving Old West pre-cut store that you bought out of a catalog kind of a vibe. Now, the rest of it's like a little boring. You know, not a whole lot else going on in this town. I think that is to the benefit of the bar. It doesn't really need a lot of distinguishing features because the town is completely destroyed. It's a bunch of rubble. No swinging doors, which, you know, you would expect from a saloon. I think that's a bit of a misstep. But I don't think that's a big deal. Let's go inside and check it out. Now this I can get into. This is a nice little setup. Kind of looks like a diner that you could buy a burger and a malt from. I don't think they're gonna have burgers and malted milkshakes here, but you know, we got a nice dartboard here. That's classic bar stuff. You can get yourself a couple beers with the boys, play some darts. That's always gonna be a fun time. You can pick your poison here. Do you want a bench or do you want a table? Do you want a booth, or do you want to sit in one of these extra comfy looking cushioned seats with arms? I think that would be a good place to sit, I think. I like that. A bartender named Ike. Now that's a name you can set your watch to. That's a good name right there.
Not many people come into Boulder City these days.
He's got himself a nice baseball bat in case all the ruckus gets a little too rowdy. You can appreciate that.
The only other thing around here is the concrete.
Feel a little bit safer knowing that my bartender has a baseball bat.
The NCR.
What is this? Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing right now? It can't be that. It cannot be that. Are you kidding me? Guys, look. There's an honest to God sink back here. Look. It's a sink. You could turn on the faucet and use it to wash all the glasses that people are drinking out of. It exists. There are indeed sinks behind the bar in the wasteland. It's just most people don't have them because I guess they're spit shining everything. Oh, you hate to think about it, but it's good to know that they're here. This is big points right here. I cannot believe what I'm seeing.
Hey.
This is extraordinary. Really just a sprawling selection of food and drink here. Very impressive. You got lots. You got hot food. You got produce. You got beers. You got water.
Come back real soon.
You got cocktails. Most places don't have cocktails. You can get liquor just about anywhere, but honest to God cocktail, that's going to get a couple points there. I wish that there would be a few more people here. This is a nice bookshelf. There's something about books being high up on a shelf that makes them feel a little more intellectual, a little smarter. Books that you get on a bookcase that it's on the ground, that's all right. Books on a bookshelf that are high up, that's some secret knowledge up there. I'm going to step on the step stool and get myself some of that knowledge. It's a little bit on the small side, if I had to find a complaint. And I think at this point I'm just nitpicking, because this place is quite cozy. I got to say, the cut of the bar is very interesting. You know, you got to make that custom. That's like a horseshoe-shaped bar. You don't see those very often. Look at all of the drinks and the glassware. You got the liquor on the top shelf ready to go. Looks like the taps are clean. Look at all this stuff. I mean, you'll never find a bar this organized out in the wasteland. And the fact that all of this is in a place that is basically an unfinished construction zone. It boggles the mind. You would never think to find a place this nice in a town like Boulder City. I know earlier I was saying, Boulder City, doesn't that sound nice? But you get to the town and you're like, this is not very nice at all. So to, pop into a place like this after the not too warm of a welcome you get that is just Boulder City itself, it's quite a nice change of pace. I'm trying to sit on one of these stools. I think these stools are just for display. They're display-only stools. I don't think you're allowed to sit on them. That's fine. There's plenty of other places to sit in this establishment. No broken glass? Oh, you love to see it. I mean, there's nobody in here. This guy has nothing to do other than just keep the bar clean and presentable. In case, a clandestine bar reviewer like myself were to come and patronize the joint. Love the natural light coming in from the windows. I think my thesis holds up. That if the Prospector Saloon just cleaned some of their windows, they would have a completely different vibe for the bar. Well, we have some more of this strange hotel art that we found at the Prospector Saloon. They must have the same supplier. Some kind of hotel art wholesale supplier to all of the taverns and saloons across the wasteland. They should have a side quest about that. Now this right here, this is my spot. Nice and confusing placement right by the door. I'm going to look like I'm going to be checking people's IDs. Like I'm the bouncer or something. Like, nope, don't mind me. Just having a drink and reading a book off of the high-up bookshelf. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to grab myself a little book right now. Crack it open. See what's inside. I can go anywhere. Hey, Ike, do you mind if I grab a book off this shelf? And he seems preoccupied with something. I'm sure it's fine. And I think this one? No. This one. This one right here. Yeah, this is the one. We're going to kick back, put our feet up, have ourselves a drink, and we are going to read the day away. Something that YouTube.com watchers are very familiar with, I'm sure. You guys have opened a book before, right? Man, the Big Horn Saloon. I'm loving what I'm seeing. It's clean, organized, no broken glass, not a pickle out of place. It's in a bombed out town in the middle of the wasteland with a sink? What more can you ask for in a place like this? Maybe it's a little bit on the small side. There's never anyone drinking in here, which, might be a plus for some people. It's got comfortable seating. It's got clean glasses ready to go. It's got a dartboard, big bookshelf that's high up. The sink is huge. I can't stress this enough. I mean, I wish there was someone to share a whiskey with here, but I guess Ike will have to do for now. I'm giving that a 9.6. That's a big fat A. Best score of the day. Congrats, Ikey boy. So thanks for watching me review the bars of Fallout New Vegas. That was my first video, and honestly, I'd had a lot of fun with it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you want to suggest another game with cool bars in them that I can go and look at. So I hope you have a nice day, and drink responsibly.